Welcome back. Former President Trump and Vice President Harris sparring on economic policy, specifically as it relates to manufacturing. Watch.
My opponent, Donald Trump, well, he makes big promises on manufacturing. All told, almost 200,000 manufacturing jobs were lost during his presidency, starting before the pandemic hit, making Trump one of the biggest losers ever on manufacturing.
The centerpiece of my plan for a manufacturing renaissance will be a 15% made in America tax rate. I'm imposing tariffs on your competition from foreign countries, all these foreign countries that have ripped us off. Kamala goes to work every day in the White House. Families are suffering now. So if she has a plan, she should stop grandstanding and do it.
Joining me now, the Wall Street Journal editorial page assistant editor, James Freeman. James, great to see you. Welcome back to the program.
Thanks.
I want to get
here.
your take on this because you write an op-ed this week titled "Biden Agrees to Share Economic Blame with Harris." I'm going to get to the rest of that in a second. Let's watch how he did that when he went on The View. Here it is.
As vice president, there wasn't a single thing that I did that she couldn't do. And so I was able to delegate her responsibility on everything from foreign policy to domestic policy.
So Harris owns this. You write this. Perhaps trying to pretend that the Biden-Harris inflation surge never happened is easier than trying to pretend that she never cast tie-breaking Senate votes for the spending binge that created it. The latter is especially tough because Joe Biden won't stop giving her the blame. Tell us more.
Yeah, you do kind of wonder what he's up to here. Is this anger at being pushed aside, or is he genuinely trying to share the credit or blame for what's happened? But this is a theme of her campaign, kind of trying to pretend that she's not the incumbent, that she hasn't been part of this inflation disaster for several years. When he goes on The View and gives her all the credit, it's tough, but the record is the record. She cast the tie-breaking vote for the American Rescue Plan in early 2021. As you know, the economy was in no need of rescue. It was growing at better than 5% when they took office. The inflation followed. Then she cast the tie-breaking vote for the so-called Inflation Reduction Act, and she did this right after inflation had hit 9% in the summer of 2022. So there's no learning here. There is no acknowledging mistakes. And yes, she owns it. Although, like President Biden, she's doing her best to pretend that inflation is something that happened before they took office.
Well, she's also trying to pretend that she wasn't part of any of this and sort of distancing herself from the Biden record. I mean, look, James, the other day, Tim Walz said something like, "We can't afford another 4 years of this." And I'm thinking, what? She's been in charge. And, you know, Tim Walz's wife is over there saying, turn the page, turn the page, turn the page. I mean, turn the page on what? On Kamala Harris?
Yeah, and if we turn the page to her new agenda, what she's promising, it's more of the same and then some. $5 trillion in tax hikes, more regulation, more income redistribution, regulation of housing, wants to regulate private insurance plans the same way they do Obamacare plans. So if anyone, I know there's the moderate rhetoric has been offered. I know her tone has softened. This week she said, look, I'm a capitalist. But when you look at her plan, when you look at the record, very hard to find the capitalism.
You know, I'm glad you said that about the rhetoric. The other day, I was pretty outraged because you had Gina Raimondo going on MSNBC, and she used the word extinguish. She said it's just time to extinguish Donald Trump. Did you see that? I mean, this is the Commerce Secretary saying extinguish Donald Trump. So then Mika Brzezinski said, oh, you mean vote him out? She says, oh, yeah, vote him out. But these words, this commentary, isn't that one of the reasons that there have been these assassination attempts against Trump?
Well, I think it would be nice not to blame politicians' rhetoric generally for the acts of individuals. I know that a lot of our colleagues on the left in the media industry have made a habit of blaming conservatives when there's been a shooting totally unrelated. Obviously, the New York Times is now facing a big reckoning in court for trying to blame Sarah Palin for a shooting she had nothing to do with. So I think generally we probably should stay away from that. I do think absolutely a more civil tone would be good on all sides of our political debate, for sure.
That word just bothered me. It just, for her to use that word,
Yeah.
it's wrong. So your most recent piece out yesterday, James, is titled "Warning Her Values Have Not Changed." You write, the vice president promises to replicate a disastrous experiment when she referred to a policy employed by FDR in a recent economic speech. Watch this.
I will engage in what Franklin Roosevelt called bold, persistent experimentation. Because I believe we shouldn't be constrained by ideology and instead should seek practical solutions to problems, realistic assessments of what is working and what is not, applying metrics to our analysis.
What is she talking about there, James?
Well, it's pretty scary because she's referring to a 1932 speech where Franklin Roosevelt, as a candidate, basically previewed all of the massive government intervention in the economy to come. And specifically, this idea that government ought to be boldly experimenting, this is exactly how we got the misery of the 1930s. 5 years into Roosevelt's New Deal, unemployment was still 20%. And a big part of the reason was bold experimentation from Washington, constantly changing the rules where business people, individuals, consumers had no idea how to plan. They didn't know what the value of the dollar was going to be day to day. This is economic chaos. And I think when you see her refer to this, hearkening back to this awful period in our history when we basically rejected capitalism, I think you just have to hope she doesn't understand what she's saying. But given her record, I think you have to take it seriously.
Yeah, you sure do. James, great analysis as always. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you.
Great to be back. Thanks, Maria.
All right, James Freeman joining us this morning.